You're in Dan Martell's Toronto office, surrounded by whiteboards scribbled with growth hacks and a frenzy of calendar invites. He's leaning back, staring at a calendar packed like a rush-hour train, until he flips it to reveal a startling secret. What if the real key to building a business empire isn't adding more hours, but buying back your time? That's the tightrope he's mastered. But how exactly do you trade money for time and break free from burnout? Hold that thought. Let's start with the core tension. You can't create more time, but you can change how time works for you. Dan shows us why time isn't just hours, it's currency you spend or invest. In 2017, Dan Martell hit a breaking point. Running 5 companies meant his days were swallowed by meetings, emails, and endless firefighting. Then he decided to buy back 1 hour each day by hiring a personal assistant. The result? That 1 hour exploded into new projects and relaxation he'd been starving for, proving you can literally purchase freedom back. Think of your time like a bank account. Every task you do yourself is a withdrawal, but smart delegating is a deposit that grows interest over time. Dan calls this the time bank. Instead of spending all day on small tasks, you save minutes, and over weeks, those minutes become hours, compounding your freedom. Once Dan bought back significant chunks of time, he flipped the script. He stopped working harder and started working smarter. His companies scaled faster without him buried in details. The surprising insight: more money without more stress isn't luck. It's designing your calendar to be your most valuable asset. If time's currency, how do you spend it? Dan sets up the story of a founder who re-engineered his daily routine to protect high-impact moments and dump busy work. Meet Rob, a SaaS founder who felt like a hamster on a wheel. Dan guided him to track his daily energy spikes and crashes, uncovering that Rob's most creative work happened at 9 a.m. and again post-lunch. By shifting meetings and emails out of these slots, Rob reclaimed prime hours to innovate, not just react. Dan's analogy here is brutal but crystal clear. Busy work is like toxic noise, it drowns out your signal. He encourages entrepreneurs to kill low-value tasks like weeds. If you're answering emails that don't move the needle or attending meetings you don't lead, it's okay to cut them loose. Your calendar should be a moat, not a landfill. The payoff: when Rob redesigned his day to protect high-energy windows, the whole company skyrocketed. His teams noticed the change, productivity soared, and burnout dropped. Dan's key insight: treating your daily rhythm as sacred time creates sustainable success and keeps you engaged. Scaling fast means you need the right people, not just more people. Dan dives into the art of hiring to buy back your time and build an unstoppable team. Dan shares the story of Sarah, a startup CEO drowning in day-to-day ops. She hired a top-tier COO and A player who didn't just follow orders but improved processes daily. This hire gave Sarah 20-30 extra hours a week, time she invested back into strategy and family, fueling both growth and joy. Dan stresses SOPs, standard operating procedures, as your business's operating system. Think of them as recipes anyone can follow. Like a Michelin star kitchen, SOPs ensure quality and consistency, freeing founders from micromanaging trivial tasks. They're the secret to scaling without chaos. Trust is the magic multiplier here. Dan warns that many founders hold back delegation out of fear. Instead, you delegate, then empower your team to own results. Over time, those trusted hires become co-pilots, multiplying your impact exponentially and making burnout a relic of the past. Back in Dan's office, that jam-packed calendar looms large, but now each block tells a story of intentional time bought back. Remember the open loop: you don't need more hours, you need smarter choices. Today, try this: block just 1 hour tomorrow for your highest value work and treat it like gold. Because scaling your empire isn't about hustle, it's about owning your time. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.